Thank you, Eddie. Well, are we becoming a nation of non-swimmers? New figures out today reveal 55% of children aren't learning to swim and 42% of parents have actually no intention of enrolling them in swimming classes. Even more worrying, 59% of Australian parents have only basic swimming skills at best. Swim Australia is so concerned about the dangers, it's now calling for Aussies to donate swimming lessons in a bid to try to get more kids into the pool. Joining me now, Sophie Watton, who has had a really frightening reminder of the value of swimming lessons, and Swim Australia CEO Brendan Ward. Very good morning to you both. Thanks for being with us. Sophie, to you first. This story is such a potent reminder of the importance of these skills. You believe your beautiful toddler is alive because of her swimming lessons. Could you tell us what happened to little Tilsa?
Yeah, I was in our pool area cleaning the pool, and she was at the far end, and she suddenly fell in head first, went completely underwater, and by the time I made it over to her, she had popped up and turned around and was making her way to the side of the pool, which is exactly what she's been learning in her swimming lessons. And to see it in such a scary moment, but for her to know what to do, she didn't panic, she didn't gulp any water or inhale any water, and because of those lessons, she knew what to do and was doing all the right things. My
goodness, isn't that fantastic to hear? How long had she been taking lessons before that unfortunate accident?
Pre-COVID for a couple months, and then she had a big break and had only been back in the pool for about 2 or 3 months.
Oh, I'm certain you are so relieved that you made that decision. Brendan, when you hear stories like this, it must be difficult for you to fathom, I guess, why swimming lessons aren't higher on some Aussies' priority list.
Yes, absolutely, Matt, and that's a great story from Sophie, and that's exactly the sort of story we want to hear. But I can't believe that parents are not prioritising learn to swim. And as you said in the intro, over half of parents are saying that their children are not in learn to swim. It's not a priority, and that's something that we're really trying to turn around. And I guess that's the focus of SWIMSAFER Week, is really to put that spotlight back on water safety and learn to swim. And we're doing that in 500 plus swim schools across Australia. And I guess they're opening their doors and they're inviting families to come in and see what sort of things happen in those swimming lessons and what their children can expect to learn.
But Brendan, I'd have to say swimming classes perhaps aren't accessible to all Australians. Cost, no doubt, a factor, particularly as people struggle through this pandemic. I think the cost for children about $18 to $24 each, and they'd need about 10 lessons, I understand, for some basic safety knowledge. So tell us about this new Swim It Forward campaign, how it will work, and I guess more broadly how people can help.
Yeah, thanks. That's about the average cost, and I guess those 10 lessons are what we are expecting that people will need to do to get those basic skills. And so we've launched Swim It Forward. Part of the research we did showed that one of the biggest barriers for families was the financial burden, and so Swim It Forward it's like a pay it forward concept where people can go in and donate maybe just one lesson, and of course the more people we can get into swimming lessons, the more lives we can potentially save. And so we've created this fantastic website. There's a whole bunch of safety tips on there for families, but also the Swim It Forward button to donate, and that's swimsafer.org.au.
That's wonderful, Brendan. And Sophie, just really quickly, I'm sure you would endorse that message, because making a decision like this can save a life.
Absolutely. It can really be life or death, and if you're putting it off or you don't think it's important, it absolutely is. It happens so fast, and it can happen to anyone, and it's so important to get the kids in lessons to learn those basic skills that can literally save their life.
Well, we are delighted that your beautiful toddler Tilsa is still around as a result of that decision. A big thank you to Brendan and to Sophie for sharing that story this morning. If you'd like to help, a donation of $20 can help with one lesson. We'll put the details up on our website. We have a really busy half hour coming up.